Malcolm Young here at Trump International Golf Club Dubai, and we're out here in the golf course today on the par 5 second hole to talk about some strategies and tactics that can help you improve your game and your focus on the golf course. So the par 5 today is about 570 yards. It's playing straight into the wind, so that's going to be a factor in terms of how we tackle this hole. So the first thing we look at is down the fairway. We can see there's quite a wide, generous fairway and more generous out to the right. So my first focus is with my natural draw shape, I'm going to try and aim for the right centre. And the wind just being straight down shouldn't affect the shape too much, but it's obviously going to affect my distance. So the first thing I want to try and do is look at my routine. Now we see a lot of golfers struggle with the routines in the golf course. They fluctuate from one hole to the next, one shot to the next, and that's a big factor in their success and their consistency. So the more consistent we keep our timing of a routine, the more chance we have of keeping consistent with the timing of our swing, and the more chance we have of having successful shots in the golf course. So I'm going to talk you through how I look at the shot. First of all, I want to pick my target. I want to try and get a very high target in the distance. So when I see the ball flying off the tee, I'm aiming towards it at that actual target. So once I've done that, I'm going to go through my routine, pick my target. I'm going to pick a spot just in front of the golf ball to use to help me line up. And once I've done that, I'm basically ready to go. So the first thing I do is grip the golf club, walk into the shot, and as I'm stepping over the ball, I'm just going to align my club face to that spot I've picked out, have a quick look up to confirm my target in the distance, and now I'm pretty much ready to go into the shot and make a good swing. Nicely away. Now I've hit my target a little bit right of where I intended, but I'm on the right hand side of the fairway and I'm in position for my next shot. So let's go and see what the next shot holds to play the rest of the hole. So as you can see, we've got to the fairway. I've hit it nicely in position I intended down the right hand side of the fairway. And as I look down the hole, and I've got a very nice view of the entire hole with the fairway on the right, the green in the far distance to the left, and we can also see that lake just starting to come into view. So the obvious thing on a par 5 is ideally it's a birdie chance, but on a hole like this today, straight into the wind and with the distance we have left, we're not going to be able to get to the green, so we're going to try and be very cautious with our club position, try and play it into the right area to try and set up a nice short iron in for the birdie chance. So again, looking at our focus points here, I've got a very nice tower block in the distance that I can see a very high target. So I want to try and aim for the top right-hand corner of that building. And that keeps my focus very small and keeps me in a position where going through my routine, I'm very clear about my intentions of the shot, yeah? So I want to try and go through the routine again, set up to the ball. I've picked my spot. I'm going to go through my routine, set up to the golf ball and look at that spot as I go through the routine. So a quick look for my alignment, set up into my final stage routine, look at the ball for the last time, and then into the ball here. So that should put me in a very nice place to play my third shot and give myself a chance for that elusive birdie on the par 5 today. Okay, so we've got our third shot now, waiting to make our approach to the green now. With the contour of the green, the camber, we've got a little bit close to the water, but the main thing is our second choice was confident enough that we wouldn't reach the water with the club we had in hand. So we're in a great position to try and hit our third shot. So we've still got 110 yards left now. We've still got that breeze also in front of us. So the most important thing I'm going to try and do now is just take a little bit of the potential spin off the ball. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to try and grip down the club. I'm going one club up and hitting a little bit more of a lower flight to shot. Now, for the average golfer, this isn't something that's as difficult as it sounds. All we're going to try and do is grip down a little bit and work on the feeling of maintaining the focus of that turn back and through, and really trying to keep the posture as we turn. So the first thing we're going to do is, again, focus on that target. Now, you may be able to pick up the pin just to the right of the green there, so it's tucked away in a little corner, but we know the green contour's in there, so if we aim a little bit left to the flag, hopefully we'll catch that ridge and play a safe shot without bringing the back of the green, the treble, into play. So let's go ahead and have a go. So same idea, as I go through my routine, you'll see I'm trying to do the same thing every time. Position the club face, get myself set up, and then 1, look at the target for 2, back to the ball for 3, and from there I just go. Shot left flag. And it's a safe shot. It's maybe not attacking the flag, but in terms of today, the pin's a very dangerous position. So I want to make sure I've got that chance to make the birdie and give myself walk away with a 5 at the very worst. So I've landed the green safely. I've got about a 17-foot putt for birdie. And my key now is to try and read the green to get an idea of where I want to start the ball and try and roll it to the hole in line. So I'm going to step over the ball just to get an idea of the direction I'm going to feel, either left or right with the slope. And as I walk down just to verify that the terrain I'm going over, I'm going to try and check that in the middle. And I've got a pretty good idea now of what the putt's going to do over the distance. I just want to try and get myself lined up now to the idea of where I'm going to go. So from there, that's going to give me a pretty good idea of where I want to aim the putt. And as I look at that now, okay, I want to try and see myself picturing that ball and visualizing the roll, where I'm going to start it. The key now is to make sure I'm starting the ball on my intended line. So as I set up to the ball, try and aim the putter head to where I've picked that line. And as I go through the putt now, nice roll on the ball. Again, we've managed to get that in the hole, so great putt. So that's a way I've strategized myself down the hole. I've made a birdie on a par 5. I've made a great gain on the score with a putt. And the way I've gone about it is very deliberate, very focused, strategically plotting my way around the hole to give myself the best chance to not make errors and to score as low as I can. So think about that when you're playing, and if you need some help, come and join us for a playing round where we can help some of these strategies make a little more sense for your individual game.